Get ready for a massive market shift. Advanced Micro Devices, AMD, just smashed their 52-week high, hitting $469.22, fueled by explosive server CPU demand as Wall Street pivots hard into AI infrastructure hardware. AMD CEO Lisa Su revealed that AI agents are driving tremendous demand, and the company has sharply revised its long-term server CPU outlook, projecting a massive $120 billion market by 2030. We dive into how this data center segment is reshaping the entire semiconductor landscape and what this means for your portfolio.
Never get caught with a dead phone again. This INIU portable charger is compact, travel-friendly, and gives you fast 45-watt charging with a built-in USB-C cable, so there's no need to carry extra cords. With 10,000 mAh power, it's perfect for busy days, trips, emergencies, or anytime your battery drops too low. Grab yours on Amazon through the link in the comments before your phone hits 1%.
Next up, we look at the buzzing analyst landscape. We're breaking down the latest recommendations from top analysts covering major players like Applovin, GitLab, AMD, Block, and Fortinet. This segment is packed with crucial changes in opinion and new coverage that could signal where the next big moves in the tech sector are heading. Find out which stocks are getting the most attention right now. Now, let's look at some exciting hardware whispers. There is growing chatter in the hardware grapevine about AMD preparing to launch a new low-end GPU, specifically the Radeon RX 9050, which could challenge the budget market. We have preliminary specs suggesting it shares core counts with the RX 9060 XT, but sacrifices clock speeds for a more accessible price point. We examine the details of this rumored card and what it signals about AMD's strategy for market segmentation. And finally, the story that has everyone talking. Rep. Gil Cisneros' perfectly timed pre-earnings bet on AMD. This lawmaker's purchase of AMD stock in April led to an incredible surge, pushing the stock nearly 80% higher following AMD's massive data center revenue beat. We explore the intense scrutiny surrounding this congressional trading and the implications for market ethics. Don't miss the full breakdown. Subscribe now to Knockout Stocks and use code SPECIAL50 for 50% off your exclusive access. Advanced Micro Devices, Inc. AMD has surged to touch a 52-week high of $469.22, driven by robust demand for server CPUs amidst the ongoing AI infrastructure buildout. The stock closed at $458.79 on Monday, marking a 0.79% gain, as Wall Street increasingly focuses on CPU and broader data center hardware names. The catalyst for the rally stems from AMD's recent strong earnings report, which surpassed analyst expectations for earnings, revenue, and guidance. CEO Lisa Su highlighted AI agents as fueling tremendous demand across the AI adoption cycle. Crucially, Su significantly revised the long-term server CPU market outlook, projecting a compound annual growth rate, CAGR, of 35% and a potential market size of $120 billion by 2030. AMD is actively scaling up wafer supply and back-end capacity to meet this anticipated demand. The data center segment has emerged as the primary engine for AMD's revenue and earnings growth, with inferencing and agentic AI driving the need for high-performance CPUs and accelerators. Following the report, major firms issued positive reactions. Goldman Sachs and Bernstein upgraded AMD to a buy, citing stronger CPU demand linked to AI workloads, while JP Morgan noted a structural inflection in server CPU and data center accelerator growth. Analyst sentiment remains overwhelmingly positive, with the current Wall Street consensus leaning towards a strong buy, based on 27 buy ratings and 8 holds, and an average 12-month price target of $442.94. Research firms are also bullish. GF Securities forecasts AMD's server CPU revenue to grow 73% in 2026. Top investor Stone Fox Capital projects an aggressive revenue trajectory, suggesting AMD could reach $100 billion in total revenue next year and potentially surpass $175 billion by 2030, supporting a potential stock price of $600. Experts suggest this movement signals a changing of the guard in AI, with investors rotating into AMD, Intel, Micron, and Corning. However, caution remains, with BTIG analyst Jonathan Krinsky warning that the sector could face a 25% to 30% correction following sharp valuation increases. Intel CEO Lip-Bu Tan echoed the bullish view on server CPUs across the industry. Market watchers are getting a daily snapshot of shifting investment sentiment across North America and the UK. Every morning, a curated selection of analyst recommendations is released, focusing exclusively on companies that have experienced a change in opinion, a revised price target, or received new coverage. This dynamic list, which is subject to updates throughout the trading session, serves as a crucial tool for investors seeking to gauge market sentiment and understand potential stock movements. Recent recommendations highlighted by analysts include major players such as Applovin, Gitlab, AMD, Block, and Fortinet. This daily briefing provides timely insights into where expert opinions are focusing their attention within the market. AMD is reportedly preparing to enter the budget GPU market with the launch of the Radeon RX 9050, despite expectations of lower clock speeds. Whispers from the hardware community suggest this low-end card is on the horizon. According to information gathered by VideoCards, details regarding the RX 9050's existence and specifications have surfaced, though these details are preliminary and single-sourced. The specifications indicate that the RX 9050 will share the same stream processor, SB, count as the RX 9060 XD, featuring 2,048 cores, rather than the 1,792 cores found in the RX 9060. This suggests AMD may be utilizing surplus Navi 44 chips, which are core count capable but fall short of the clock speeds required for the higher-tier models. The primary sacrifice for the RX 9050 appears to be in clock speed. Rumors indicate that the card will be clocked a few hundred megahertz lower than both the RX 9060 and RX 9060 XD, affecting both the game clock and boost clock. This positioning could be a strategic move to provide consumers with a budget option while keeping higher-end cards competitive. In terms of memory, the RX 9050 is expected to feature 8 GB of GDDR6 memory running over a 128-bit bus, maintaining the same memory bandwidth of 288 GBs and speed of 18 Gbps as the RX 9060. Industry analysts suggest that while the RX 9050 might be a compromise on speed, it offers value in a market where high-end pricing remains a concern. The potential for users to achieve higher performance through overclocking or undervolting remains a key variable to watch. For context, current recommendations suggest the AMD Radeon RX 9070 is the best overall. The RX 9060 XD 16 GB is the best value, and the NVIDIA RTX 5050 is highlighted as the best budget option. Advanced Micro Devices Inc., or AMD, has experienced a dramatic surge, climbing nearly 80% following a strategic investment by Representative Gil Cisneros ahead of the company's recent earnings report. On April 14, 2026, Representative Cisneros executed a purchase of AMD stock valued between $15,001 and $50,000, when the stock was trading at $255.07 per share. The catalyst for the subsequent rally was AMD's second quarter earnings released on May 5, which revealed a significant 57% jump in data center revenue, substantially exceeding market expectations. This strong performance underscored AMD's integrated strategy across CPUs and GPUs, positioning it as a major competitor to NVIDIA in the artificial intelligence sector for 2026. Since the earnings announcement, AMD's stock has advanced 29.14%, contributing to an overall climb of nearly 79.87% since Cisneros' mid-April investment. This rapid ascent has placed the lawmakers' transaction under intense public scrutiny, particularly given his role on the House Intelligence and Special Operations Subcommittee, where he receives classified information on Department of Defense technology contracts. While official financial disclosures confirm that Cisneros had been actively trading AMD stock months prior, including an initial purchase in February 2026 and a partial sale in March 2026, the timing of the April investment has fueled widespread debate regarding congressional trading ethics. Social media platforms have highlighted the timeline of the gains, with commentators questioning the optics of the situation. Overall, AMD shares have seen an 114.23% gain year-to-date, and the stock has risen 87.23% over the last month. Analysts suggest AMD maintains a strong price trend across short, medium, and long-term horizons. The event serves as a notable case study in the intersection of corporate performance, political finance, and public scrutiny.